Tonight, we're just hours away from finding out the results of primary election races across the state, and here on the Suncoast, we'll have team coverage from polling locations across the area.
Plus, how a local Uber driver in Manatee County is recovering after being attacked by a passenger. And neighborhoods cleaning up after strong storms rolled through Monday afternoon. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC7 News at 6.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Thanks for joining us. First tonight, team coverage of Florida's primary election.
Voters now have less than an hour to cast their ballots and pick their nominees for governor, agriculture commissioner, and attorney general, as well as congressional seats. And here on the Suncoast, hotly contested races for school board and county commissions in both Manatee and Sarasota counties. ABC7's Taylor Torregano joins us live from Sarasota County now with the latest voting numbers. Taylor, what can you tell us?
Good evening, Jacqueline, Scott. If you've been tuned in, you know we're seeing big record-breaking numbers here in Sarasota County. And as of 5:35 today, the official number is 29.93%. That number already beats the turnout for both the 2014 and 2016 elections in Sarasota County. But here is the big notice for anyone who hasn't yet voted. Today, there were hundreds of people who came into this supervisor of elections office trying to vote. All were turned away with the exception of those who had vote by mail ballots. On election day, you are only able to vote at your local precinct. If you need to know where that is, visit sarasotavotes.com. I spoke with Ron Turner about the numbers today. Here's what he had to say about why so many people are turning out in the polls.
We have county commission races, state representative races, congressional races, obviously very high profile gubernatorial races, both for Democrats and Republicans across Florida. So I think all of those factors combined and enthusiasm for voters is helping us, hopefully set a record here.
That record officially broken here at 3 p.m. and we are covering the numerous aspects of this election that Supervisor Turner mentioned right here on ABC7. Stay tuned. At 7 p.m. I'll be speaking with the candidates for the school board. For now, I'm live at the Supervisors of Elections office. Taylor Torregano, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Taylor, thank you. Solid voter turnout in Manatee County as well. ABC7's Rick Adams continues our team coverage live in Bradenton. Rick?
Yes, Scott, good evening. The polls will be closing in under an hour now. There are some very important races here. 3 Manatee County Commissioner races and 3 school board races are on the ballot. Some of the races we're keeping a close eye on include the County Commission race between Charles Smith and Reginald Bellamy, which has had some controversy. Also, the school board race involving incumbent Scott Hopes, who has 3 challengers.
We've got a very, very competitive school board races. We've got some competitive county commission races. In fact, our vote by mail has come in well in excess of 40%. We're at 50% roughly on vote by mail. We're going to probably end up with the highest, if not the highest, close to the highest primary election we've ever had here in Manatee County.
I think it's important for everybody to vote because if you want to complain about things that are going on or if you want to see change, and you can't be changed without making sure that you vote.
That's Rick Adams reporting from Bradenton.
That's right. All right, well, 2 Sarasota County-based attorneys are waiting to find out who will be the Democratic nominee for Florida's 16th congressional district. The area is made up of Manatee County, northern Sarasota, and parts of Hillsborough County. David Shapiro and Jan Schneider are both trying to unseat incumbent Vern Buchanan. He's held this seat since 2013. Now, Democrats believe this seat is more vulnerable than ever because of the national mood. One Florida-based poll shows Shapiro grabbing that nomination. The chair of Sarasota's Democratic Party says our area needs to see changes, which will happen once a Democrat takes that District 16 seat.
It's so important because it's been over 10 years since we've had a Democrat in this congressional district. We need to get one in because these issues that are of concern to people are hitting us so close to home.
We need to fix that script. Vern Buchanan actually has held a position since 2006 instead of 2013. And both of those candidates, Jan Schneider and Dave Shapiro, say they are passionate about the environment, clean energy, equal rights for women, a higher minimum wage, and affordable health care.
In Florida's 17th congressional district, two current state lawmakers are vying for the Republican nomination, State Senator Greg Steube and State Representative Julio Gonzalez. Steube has spent the last 8 years in the Florida legislature. He's known for sponsoring gun rights bills. Representative Gonzalez has served in Tallahassee for the last 4 years. He's an orthopedic surgeon with a law degree. And there's a third candidate as well in this race, Bill Akins of Port Charlotte. He's never held a political office before, but Akins is a Vietnam veteran and a businessman.
As a reminder, polls are open until 7 o'clock, so you do have a few more minutes to get out there. We'll be bringing you the results as soon as we get them live in our 7 and 11 o'clock newscasts, as well as online and on the ABC7 app.
For those of you still holding on to your mail-in ballots, they are due tonight before 7 o'clock. You can turn them into any supervisor of elections office. For the address of those, you can go to our website, mysuncoast.com.
Well, we have seen some rainy, stormy weather moving through the Suncoast this afternoon. Those storms have resulted in more than 2,000 power outages. At last check, Florida Power and Light is reporting around 1,600 outages in Manatee County, with the majority of those in West Bradenton near El Conquistador Parkway. In Sarasota County, there are around 900 outages as well.
Let's find out where all that rain is now with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Bob?
Well, the big storms, folks, are well offshore now off of Pinellas County, continuing to head off to the west. Had a little stronger southeast wind, so the larger storms did not stick around as long, but still, light rain lingers across much of Sarasota, stretching up into West Manatee County right now. You can see that light to moderate precipitation occurring from Mayaca City westward. Inglewood getting some light rain, but we're not anticipating anything rough for the remainder of the evening. This light rain will linger, though, for the next hour or so. Had some strong cells move through the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport. And you can see we had a storm report there. We had one storm in particular producing some heavy weather near Osprey and Nokomis, same place that got it last night. This is from the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport. You can see at 4:29 had a wind gust up to 51 miles an hour as those storms were moving through, and up into Palmetto. 41-mile-an-hour wind reported there in Palmetto at just a short time later at 4:52. But as I mentioned, all the lightning for the most part is gone. There's no lightning to show here on the map, so that's good news. Again, we had one lone strike near Parrish just about a half hour ago. That has since moved on, but expect the light rain to continue, as I mentioned, for the next hour or so. We'll have much more in our forecast in a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. New details tonight of an assault against a local Uber driver. Anderson Carter being held at the Manatee County Jail without bond on multiple charges, including carjacking, robbery, and battery after he attacked and threatened an Uber driver last night. The driver, Jose Aguirre, says he picked up Carter with a girl. Soon after, that girl demanded to get out of the car, so the driver let her out. That's when Carter started threatening the driver.
I had to say, you know what, this is going to be the one. I jump off or he's probably going to do something bad to me. So I slammed my brakes, got off right in front of the officer, and the car was still moving. And I told the officer, and I was like, hey, this guy's threatening to kill me.
Once the Uber driver did jump out, Carter stole the car and drove off, eventually crashing into a pond. A sheriff's deputy who witnessed the entire thing chased after him and arrested him. The Uber driver says although he's only been a driver for a month, this experience has made him no longer want to drive.
Follow up now on a Bradenton animal cruelty case from last year. Jeffrey Hall will be spending up to a year in jail for aggravated animal cruelty conviction. Crimes carry a maximum penalty or a possible sentence of 1 year in jail and up to 5 years of probation. A jury found him guilty of beating his dog Toby to death.
Venice police are looking for a man accused of using someone else's credit card illegally. Take a look at this picture taken from a surveillance camera. Venice police want to remind people that most stores have cameras, and although they may not be the best quality, they do see people who break the law. If you have any information about who this person may be, you're being asked to call Venice police.
In First Alert Traffic, the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office is letting drivers know about some work at a busy intersection. An underground power line was cut this afternoon at the intersection of Clark and Beneva Roads in Sarasota. Those lights went out for a short period of time, but they have been temporarily fixed. Crews, however, will be back later tonight to fully repair it, and the lights will likely go out again. The Sheriff's Office did not have an exact time for that work, but drivers should be careful when going through that area. Still to come tonight on your Suncoast News. People in Venice literally picking up the pieces of their homes because of yesterday's storms.
Plus, an update on the red tide, where people say they're seeing less of it.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard serve to give back to their country and communities. Their part-time commitment qualifies them for an array of benefits, such as affordable health and life insurance benefits, education benefits, including tuition assistance, student loan repayment and GI Bill programs, a retirement plan based on part-time service, and VA home mortgages. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about all the benefits available in the Army National Guard.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with the family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, canoeing, camping, and more. Or challenge yourself on Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy a Deep South dining experience. Book your adventure in one of our members' lodges or stay at the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
My California Closets experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. First time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California Closets story.
Temperatures are rising and the deals are heating up during the summer clearance event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota. The Ram 1500 has been named a Consumer Guide Best Buy for 6 years in a row. Get an all-new 2019 Ram Quad Cab for as little as $24,999, or save big and get up to $13,000 off a new Ram Bighorn Crew Cab. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to Mesobook.com.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
Welcome back. As we reported last night, strong storms left several areas in South Sarasota County without power. Strong winds also caused damage to some mobile homes.
Today, those neighborhoods are in cleanup mode. ABC7's Rebecca Fernandez joins us live from one of the affected neighborhoods in Nokomis tonight. Rebecca?
Scott, Jacqueline, was you can see they're going through even more storms this evening. We haven't had a hurricane this year, but residents here at the Lake Village condominiums have told me that last night felt like one, and they're now picking up the pieces of what it left behind.
All of a sudden, it's just big crashes and crashes, and I could see metal and houses and roofs flying all over the place, and oh, it was awful. It was just horrendous.
That strong storm that came rolling through South County on Monday night left a trail of damage in the Lake Village community.
It had to have been a little twist that came down, because there was no wind that would have done the damage this did, wouldn't have.
Whether it was a tornado or not, the strong winds left its mark on dozens of homes, especially this one.
I've lost everything. They said that my roof just spun right up in the air, just twisted it right up in the air. Part of it's on a street behind me. My shed is over on another house. Without my neighbors, I don't know what I would do. They've just pitched in and they've helped, and they're here working and getting everything done for me.
Thankfully, Shirley Loveland wasn't home when the storm hit, but she came back to a flooded house with debris everywhere. The mobile park has told her it is now unlivable.
Don't know where I'm going from here.
Her home did not have insurance due to the age of the house, but she says she knows with all the supportive people she has around her, she'll get through this.
I don't know what I would do without my friends. And this park is the most amazing park. That wonderful people that go and help one another. They just pitch in. They don't ask, well, maybe I can. They come and they take care of it.
The community has now set up a GoFundMe page to help Shirley get back on her feet. That link to donate can be found on our website. Live in Nokomis, Rebecca Fernandez, ABC7, your Suncoast News. Back to you guys.
All right, Rebecca, thank you. Even some of the firefighters down in South Sarasota County, Venice area, put some tarps on top of those roofs.
I saw that.
And it's paying off today because we had more rain.
Yeah, more rain, and you know what? It's not over. It's going to continue. No, it really went from not much going on to very active over the past 5 days now, and that's going to continue for the next 5 to 7 days with afternoon and evening thunderstorms. We had some storm reports today, winds gusting as high as 50 miles an hour. The folks there are saying that it may have been a twister, but the forensics on the radar are not indicating that. But sometimes, you know, tornadoes can pop up and go under the radar, so to speak, of the radar when it comes to finding where the tornadoes are. So photos obviously always help, and eyewitness accounts. Get a look at this eyewitness account from James White of the storms getting ready to roll in across I-75. This is at the Sarasota National Cemetery there, and James White, appreciate that photo. Van Wezel webcam. Oh, this is a Casey Key webcam showing some moderate waves out there when the storm started to blow on in and then blow on out as skies are starting to clear right now. Your evening planner looks like this. A few showers still lingering up until 8 o'clock. There'll be light rainfall around, some light to moderate rain, nothing like we had. And then partly cloudy skies by 11 o'clock, temperatures into the mid-70s. Should be a comfortable overnight, too. We're not anticipating anything rough as the rest of the evening goes. You can see that light to moderate precipitation occurring all across Sarasota County, stretching northward into Manatee County, so expect some light rain. There's a storm that caused some more damage up in Pinellas County. It is now off into the Gulf. As I mentioned, still that light rain near Northport, up near Mayaca City, stretching off toward the beaches, so expect that to continue for at least the next hour or so. Some pretty impressive rainfall amounts today with the storms moving through over an inch right there. Bullseye between Venice and Osprey, 1.5 inches. Near the extension there to the north near Palmetto and stretching up toward the I-275 and 75 interchange, 2.2 inches, about a ½ inch on Anna Maria Island. Well, this particular model indicating more heavy rain, but I don't think we're going to see that. Most of the energy has been used up, so look for mostly fair skies after midnight, and then we'll do it all over again tomorrow afternoon and evening. Some of those storms will be strong, and there's a potential to see some severe weather when we get this kind of setup playing. We haven't had a lot of severe weather this summer due to the inconsistent southeast wind flow that we normally expect. So showers and storms will race again off toward the northwest on Thursday and into the weekend. The atmosphere is not all that dry either. It's still rather moist across our area. Some dry air well off into the Atlantic, but nothing going on here. And nothing going on in the Atlantic with the exception of a strong tropical wave expected to move off the coast of Africa. That has a pretty good chance of developing into the next named storm as it makes its way into the Atlantic where some warmer water temperatures are. And again, the forecast model, the GFS, does show it by Friday as a tropical storm or possible hurricane, and then it heads off into the open waters of the Atlantic, not having any impact on land. That's what it looks like right now. We'll keep an eye on it for you, but it's unlikely. The one behind it on September 5th has a chance of developing and staying on a more westerly course in time. So a lot going on off the coast of Africa, not much going on here at all as far as the tropics are concerned. 73 right now, still some light rainfall at the airport, and winds are out of the north at 5 miles an hour. Boating forecast. Southeast winds turn to the west in the late afternoon. That west coast sea breeze won't penetrate too far inland either with a stronger southeast wind around. And as I mentioned, the extended forecast does call for a good chance for showers and storms each and every day. Our typical summer pattern is going to stay with us for at least the next 7 days. The ground's saturated, so the heavy rains will cause some localized street flooding. On top of that, we can expect some gusty winds with these afternoon and evening storms. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. The no swim advisories for 2 area beaches have now been lifted. Those advisories issued for Lido Beach and Venice Pier Beach last Thursday. finally lifted today. Health officials say testing results show the bacteria level in the waters at those beaches now safe. But Longboat Key now the only beach in Sarasota County still with a no swim advisory.
Some good news for those who live on Anna Maria Island. We're getting reports that La Costa condominium on Bradenton Beach has not seen any red tide since the wind switched from the east. We also tagged along with a cleanup crew yesterday, and they also noted there were less fish washing ashore in Manatee County beaches.
A local pulmonary specialist says he's seen a spike in patients with chronic lung disease this summer. Dr. Faisal Ahmad moved here from Nevada 2 years ago. He says out west he dealt with a lot of patients having issues involving smoke from wildfires. But now here in Florida, it's about the effects of red tide. He says swimming in red tide could cause symptoms to flare up.
I think the most important thing is if you're not getting better within about 24 hours after an exposure, it's important to call either your primary physician or if you have a lung specialist, see them quickly.
Says the best thing you can do is try to avoid areas where red tide is present.
Stay with us. When we come back, we'll show you which Florida schools are ranking nationally for their film programs, one of them right here on the Suncoast.
This week, celebrating the legacy of John McCain as the nation honors the American patriot and political maverick in Arizona and in the nation's capital, his lifetime of service. World News Tonight with David Muir, America's most watched newscast.
Get more for your money during the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Sunset Subaru. Subaru vehicles hold their value better than any other brand for 2018, according to ALG. And Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Forester is an IIHS top safety pick for 12 years running. Now, lease a new Subaru Forester for just $229 a month or get 0% financing with zero down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. TrueStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
And even if you're on a fixed income, prices fit your budget, starting at less than 32 cents a day. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease. And with no medical tests or health questions, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Call 1-800-842-7189. Now, for a free, no-obligation quote, TrueStage offers plans to fit your budget. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage. Call 1-800-842-7189 now.
Being empowered starts with getting informed, looking closer. 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in her lifetime. But many of us don't know there are different types of breast cancer with different characteristics. That was me. Learning about the specifics of my diagnosis gave me the confidence to make informed treatment decisions with my doctor. This meant everything to me and my family. So take another look. Ask another question. Learn more at notonetype.org.
All across America, there are kids going hungry. It sounds crazy, but it's real. It's also a problem we're fixing. Kids who rely on school meals need help in the summer. That means neighborhood meal sites that are easy to get to and free for every kid. When you make breakfast part of a school day, a lot more kids get the chance to eat. These programs work. Over the past few years, 1/3 fewer children in the United States are facing hunger. Let's make No Kid Hungry a reality.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Serving part-time as a soldier in the Army National Guard can give you a head start on your career. Gain practical experience with technology and equipment to get an edge in the civilian world. Learn about the paid training and career opportunities available to you at nationalguard.com.
Ringling College of Art and Design's film school getting some national recognition. The Hollywood Reporter ranks Ringling 15th best film school in the country, competing against top schools like USC, NYU, and the American Film Institute. Another Florida school that made that list, Florida State University, coming in at number 19. So,
great talent there.
Yes, there is. Yeah.
Just heard some rumble of thunder here at the studio. The computer is saying it's east of I-75 off of University where that lightning bolt hit. And boy, it was a big bolt from the blue, or a positive strike. So they're still out there, and that means stay indoors. There's still a chance.
Okay.
All right.
World News Tonight with David Muir is next.
We'll see you again at 7 and 11. Have a good night.